Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here's the High Priestess. Very nice. I feel like you're very open to your intuition right now. I feel like you're very much open to the signs and the symbols and the synchronicities that Spirit is sending your way. Okay? I feel like there's probably been an increase of psychic activity for you, right? An increase of just kind of messages, seeing messages and receiving the kind of divine light, okay? I think there's been an increase of that. Probably a lot more vivid dreams lately. Maybe even some out-of-body experiences or some lucid dreaming or something like that. I think a lot more activity, a lot more psychic activity lately, yeah. Let's put this into some context. Let's see what else is going on here. Let's do some more cards. Oh, we've got now the Magician. Yeah, there's a major increase in your receptivity. Yeah, we've got the Chariot. We've got the Moon. Hey, that's your power card. Got to ring the bell for that one. This is the Moon card. That's the card that rules the sign of Pisces, and this, I think, is showing that you're coming out of a period of very intense inner work. Okay, I think you've been maybe I don't know if you've kind of been a little bit hermit mode lately, but you've been involved in a really intense period of self-development, self-discovery, working on yourself, really doing that internal work, right? Maybe even a lot of dream work too, because the Moon card very much is about our dreams. And of course, we have the two messenger cards here, the High Priestess and the Magician. I feel like you're getting a lot of messages through your dreams right now, okay? We've got a Tower. We've got the Lover's card. Hanged Man. This is a lot of major arcana energy now, right? This is... Okay. Let's one more, and I think this is going to be my last reading. One more major arcana card. This is all major arcana. This does not happen. This does not happen. Final card. Of course, it's going to be Empress into an Emperor. That's uncanny. We never have this happen. Never have this. This is going to happen probably once in my entire tarot reading career, where we have all major arcana cards. This is a time of very heightened spiritual sensitivity for you. Please pay attention to your dreams. Please, resume your practices. Keep going with your spiritual practices, whether it's meditation or prayer, devotion, whether it's music and dance, all of these things. Pay attention to what's going on in the internal world. Spirit is contacting you, right? Spirit is present in your life right now in a very, very major way. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And it's going to go right over here. We're going to put Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. We're not going to look at that card till the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this reading you feel like you know what that card is, put your prediction down in the comments. We'll do it together, all right? Looking around the room, yeah, obviously it's all major arcana energy. Spirit is showing me something about the wall in your house or your room or something where you've got you've got something of your own on the wall. Like either it's a picture that you drew or some art piece. It might be some sort of a certificate or something, because I see like kind of lines on it. I don't know if it's something that you drew or if it's an award of some kind, right? But it's something that is yours. It's something that you're proud of that's on your wall there, right? Gosh, I don't even know where to start with any of this. I guess we start with the High Priestess and the Magician, yeah? You're having a spiritual awakening at the moment. I think it's been ongoing. I think that you're continuing to get a lot of information coming in from the spirit world, okay? And you may have a plethora of spirit guides and ancestors and entities that are with you and guiding you. Sometimes it's hard to filter out some of the information and really find the simple message, right? This is a lot of major arcana energy, and this is overwhelming for anyone. I think that with the Magician energy here, it's kind of overloading your nervous system in a way, because there's so much spiritual energy, so much of this divine light is permeating your entire body. All of your nerves are on end. Every brain cell is like firing at the same time, you know. And this could be, with the tower up here, it could be a Kundalini awakening. It could be this kind of experience that does sometimes come on suddenly, right? Something that I feel like has been building up, but I feel right now it's reached that level where it's starting to feel a little uncomfortable, right? It's starting to kind of mess with you a little bit. And I think it's important that we try to filter out some of this noise. We need that meditation. We need to calm down. We need to relax. One thing we do need to do, and I think that's over here. Well, it's with both of these, really. It's with the universe and with the Chariot card, is that we have to get in touch with our body again, right? Spending too much time with our consciousness in the higher realms, we start to lose touch with the terrestrial realm. We have to do those things again that get us in touch with the elements. So what elements are missing? Well, fire, water, air, earth, right? They're all missing. They're not here, and none of them are here. So I think it's really important that we try to stay balanced and we do some grounding exercises, go out into nature, find some natural, flowing water, these kinds of things to help you to, just to reconnect with your physical body. Do the light physical activity, go for walks, do some light stretching, some yoga practices or something like that. Also, why are there frogs? What's the importance of frogs to you? Spirit's showing me a bunch of frogs. I don't know if they're, I don't know if where you live, a lot of frogs come out, maybe in the early morning or in the evening or something, but a lot of frogs are there. So maybe this is a way to connect with that sound, right? Or to go outside during those periods of time, either at dawn or at dusk, and connect with that sound to kind of bring you back to your body, right? Bring you back to your physical senses, okay? I'm really blown away by this. The dreams that you've been having, I think even since when you were a kid, I think you've had a lot of prophetic dreams. So I think there's probably one instance where you dreamed of something and you told other people, they didn't believe you, but then it happened, and people were kind of like taken aback by it. You know what I mean? People didn't know what to think about that. And I don't know how many times that's happened since, but I think you've kind of stopped telling people about it, that it's now just something you're like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I dreamed about it a week ago, but it's not something that you're like sharing with everybody. It's something that you kind of keep privately. I think a lot of your spiritual life is private, and it should be. It's our own personal journey, right? But I think that there's a message here with this Lover's card that we're going to be finding someone to connect to, okay, on an intimate level. And now it might not be romance, okay? Put your pitchforks away. It doesn't have to be that. But I think you're finding someone with whom you can share these things with, okay? And we have to be open to that. We have to be receptive to that. That's part of the message of The high priestess, too, is to be open and receptive, to have the attitude of embracing whatever may come. And I think what is coming is really an opportunity for you to have that intimate relationship, somebody that gets you, somebody that you can say these kind of off-the-wall things to, or what friends and family members consider to be off the wall, but it's something that this other person will understand, okay? Whether it's a friend, a family member, it's a coworker, I don't know. It could be a new romantic partner. But there's an emphasis on you strengthening your intimate bonds with someone. And I almost wonder if you're going to meet this person at some sort of if you're going to like a meditation retreat, or you're going to some sort of festival, maybe over the summer. But I don't feel like it's like a music festival. It's not like Burning Man or something. It's more of a meditative retreat. It's quiet. It feels quiet to me anyway. It feels rather mellow, right? So it's either like a holistic retreat or a meditative retreat or some sort of a workshop or something like that, right? I feel like you're meeting somebody there that you're really gonna hit it off with, and it could just be on a platonic level, but it's really gonna be somebody that I think there's a soul connection there. Okay, really, really, truly is. Spirit's telling me there's some joke about a boat, and I don't know what the significance of the boat is in you or your family, or you had. Your parents maybe had a boat, and there was some kind of a joke with your dad on the boat. I don't know if he crashed it, or if he, I don't know what he did. He ran it aground or something, it feels like, right? Spirit likes to bring some of these messages in readings like this, I think, just to kind of validate the energy that we're in, because there's really no overall narrative here, okay? And it's kind of one of the consequences of having a reading with all of these major arcana, is that I feel there's no exact story to tell. It's a lot of energy all at once, okay? And I think a lot of different areas of your life are getting emphasized and getting activated. We have the Cancer energy, this Chariot card down beneath the surface. I think that there's something going on with your home. I think that you're trying to either buy a home, build a home, or keep a home. But I feel like there's roots that you're trying to really let get into the ground, You're trying to stabilize something about your home life or your domestic life. So it feels like we're either building or buying or trying to keep a home, yeah. And there's some land around you too. I feel that maybe you're buying property, or there's something to do with the land around the home. Okay, I don't know if there's like a boundary kind of border issue, or property lines, or something to do with the wildlife, or something I don't know. There's something going on with the land around the home, is what I'm being told. Okay. Boy, I'm feeling kind of psychically overwhelmed by all of this energy here. The Hanged Man over here in your general energy. You've got to stop punishing yourself for something. Spirit's telling me that there's something that you just need to let go of. There's something that you still are almost angry at yourself over, or something that you still feel you have to suffer for, but it's long gone, right? And so I'm being told, Spirit's saying, stop punishing yourself. Don't suffer more than you need to about something, okay? And there's also, I'm being shown a small cross or crucifix that you wear around your neck. And I don't know that you wear it because you're Christian, but I feel like it's an important symbol for you. I feel like it was a gift from maybe great-grandma. I feel like it's a couple generations back from a female energy around you. And it's just a small kind of religious symbol. It doesn't mean that you prescribe or subscribe to that faith, but it was a gift, and so it's very meaningful to you. There's a lot of power in that, right? I feel like it's just a small gold cross, yeah. So the Hanged Man, it's not easy for you to forgive yourself for things sometimes, right? Sometimes it feels as if we deserve some of the things that happen, right? And Spirit really wants us to flip this card around and start emerging from this period of of suffering, of sacrifice, of punishment. Maybe that's part of what I said at the beginning, where we had that. We had this moon card, which was that intense period of the introspection, intense period of the inner work, because I think that inner work is all culminating now in what's appearing to be a real Kundalini awakening, a real full chakra spiritual activation and awakening here that is kind of overwhelming the system, right? And I think it's really time that we emerge from this period and celebrate ourselves, celebrate where we are in the world right now. And I don't think you are exactly where you want to be in life, but that's okay. Celebrate where you are right now at this moment. I think we're going to be building the future over here. Now back to the magician energy. I feel like you tried your hand at being some sort of a performer at some point in your life, right? I don't know if it was on stage, if it was acting, if it was music, dance, if it was, ballet or opera, or maybe a street performer, or on YouTube or on television or something like that. I feel like you have a talent. And I think that you were pursuing your talent at one time, but then something happened, and it might be related to the Hanged Man over here. But it kind of, you gave up on that talent, right? Spirit wants you to go back to that. And maybe not to make that a career, maybe that's not going to be kind of the rest of your life, but to get in touch with that feeling again. To get in touch with what it felt like when you were performing that talent. I don't know if it was a musical instrument, or if you were acting or singing or something, dancing. But you were kind of in front of a lot of people doing something, right? Maybe it was a talent show when you were a kid. Maybe you lead a Pilates class or something. I don't know, something like this. But you have a natural talent for something, but I think that you've given it up. That you had stopped pursuing that even as a hobby, right? Spirit's saying to get back to that. There's also somebody in your life right now that's trying to get some money from you. That's trying to start some sort of a business deal with you, and you're not too sure about trusting that business deal. Spirit's saying look closer at those documents. Look closer at the details before you sign anything, before you agree to anything, because there is something about that you don't know. Okay? There is something there that's not being told to you. There's something that's intentionally being withheld from you in order to get you to go along with something, and it feels like it's something to do with a transaction. Maybe it has to do with the land, with the house, or something that we were talking about before. Okay? The Empress energy. Well, we all love the Empress, but it's in the position of the difficulty, right? The difficulty here. And Spirit's saying that part of the difficulty for you is to relax. Part of the difficulty is for you to just kind of indulge in yourself, indulge in these things that you like to do. There's a coffee shop that you really enjoy going to and just kind of wasting the day, wasting a couple of hours there, reading a book, drinking some coffee, and just relaxing, right? Go do that. Make time for yourself to go do that. Pamper yourself a little bit, right? We're tending to avoid the Empress energy here in favor of the Emperor, because it kind of feels as if production, being economical and being productive is the name of the game right now. And yes, it is, but the Emperor needs a good Empress, right? And in order for you to be productive, you have to have the downtime. In order for you to really be energetic and healthy and robust, you have to take care of yourself. Sometimes you have to idle away the day, right? So that goes back again to the kind of the music or the talent, or kind of doing that thing, and then going to that coffee shop, reading those books again, dancing around the house, right? And just kind of indulging in yourself a little bit, right? And partaking of those things that make you feel good physically and emotionally, spiritually, intellectually as well. Yeah. Spirit's saying that there's a connection with, there's an issue that was going on with your parents, and I think one of your parents has passed, right? And I guess that could be the source of that little cross. It feels like it was a grandmother energy or a great-grandmother. But maybe, I don't know, when your mom passed, she was a lot older than you. Like there's a big age between you and your mom, right? Like me, like 30 years or something, right? I feel like your mom is much older than you. And I feel like there was a lot of tension between you and the father figure after mom had passed. Right? And I don't know if it's because they had a contentious relationship or something like that, but Spirit's saying to just let everything be kind of water under the bridge. Let everything just flow. None of that is important right now. Right? Gosh, this is a very intense energy today. Very, very intense. And very intense. I'm getting a B name. I don't know if mom's name was Beth or Beverly or something with a B, right? And I believe that she did something with her hands. I believe that that she worked with her hands in some way. And I don't know if this motion is knitting or if it's some kind of food preparation or if she's doing something with wood or with metal or something. But I feel like she's chiseling away at something. Right? Maybe she was like a dentist or something. I don't know. But I feel like she was scraping something a lot. And I don't know what that is, what that motion is that I'm seeing. But that's kind of, that's what she did. And I think that's kind of a fond memory that you have of her because it seemed like she was always doing something. She was always being productive, right? And so maybe that's where you get a little bit of that energy. The Emperor here is at the top of the path of the Serpent. And, I think that's maybe it is a connection. We do, of course, obviously, right? We have Emperor and Empress. So we have kind of mother figure and father figure here. And I think the mother figure is past. I think the father figure, there's kind of still an uneasy relationship with that father figure. And I think dad has something significant on their face, right? They either have their beard in kind of a interesting way, or they have some sort of a scar or maybe a tattoo or something on the face, right? And it's kind of where the beard would grow in. And I don't know if there was an injury, maybe the hair doesn't grow right there or something like that. But I'm seeing that with the father figure. The Emperor card as well is also, I think, the container in a way for all of this other energy. Everything that's going on within you is kind of sitting right here inside this Emperor card. Okay? And I think it's all meant to, it's building you up into this kind of powerful being. Yeah. And I think it's an empowerment for sure. It's a leveling up of your life. I think that this is it's kind of a card that says, you've got to emerge from this period of time and realize that you are in charge of your life. Realize that you can, it's meant to give you this confidence, right? It's opening up your perception of the universe. We think of the Emperor in the world, in the universe, right? And there's nothing that cannot be part of your empire, We think of these two cards as kind of the infinite potential. This is your consciousness, this is your executive function, this is your mind, your being, and this is your power. And then this is the field in which we operate. But this is infinite. This is expanding, right? And the more experience we get in life, the more we do different things, the more we have the confidence to go and try something new, the larger our world gets. So this is a combination of world expanding energy. This is trying to get you to go out and do those new things. Push your own boundaries, right? Extend your own borders and, try new things. Push yourself into a little bit of the uncomfortable space, right? And I think that this is a vision that you're having of kind of this infinite potential. You may be even having dreams of wide open spaces, right? Either dreams of the kind of vast infinite oceans, right? The deeps, the depths of the sea, or you're having dreams or visions of this kind of vacant and wide open outer space, right? And I think that it is for your consciousness to fill those spaces. right? To explore the unknown. But I think sometimes this hangman gets in the way, right? Because sometimes this is just saying, no, I don't deserve those things, right? So we have a contrast here between the hanged man and the empress. We've got to get rid of the hanged man or control this energy in a way that it embraces the empress. Okay? There's something happened with you and a body of water when you were a kid. Because I'm still getting that kind of under the ocean depth, the depths of the sea kind of vibe. So something happened when you were a kid, maybe you were an adult, young adult, but something happened regarding water, something that scared you. Yeah. And maybe you're someone that doesn't really like to swim now, or maybe you've overcome that and you do swim now. But there's something there that, and I think still to this day, it kind of gives you a little bit of a freak out when you go under the water. But maybe it's just ocean. Right? Maybe lakes and rivers don't do that, but it's that idea of that ocean, that kind of infinite unknown, the deep sea kind of thing that still gives us that little, that little shudder when we think about it, right? Let's do an angel number card before we look at the mystery card. I didn't have to shuffle those very, very hard. And what we have here is 0550, the eye candy. Intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, socializing, flow, potential, romance. Yeah, all these things that we're kind of talking about, right? All these things that I think are really kind of in the cards for you, so to speak. And it says, get some fresh air or call some of your pals over. Take a look around you. There's so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project or you will go out on a date. Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around. Very nice. I like that a lot. I think that's perfect. I think it really is this kind of inspiration, this encouragement, right? That we've been in this introspective period. We're having this kind of this spiritual awakening right now, and we've got to put this to use. Now, maybe right now at the moment is not the time, but this tower type of energy will subside, it will stabilize and equalize, and we'll get a little bit of control over it in this emperor energy. Then the emperor's got to go off into the universe, right? What comes after the emperor card is really, I think, what's important here. Spirits tell me there's a connection with healthcare for you. I don't know if you work in a hospital or you work at some kind of, maybe you're a first responder or something like that, but you do something in the medical related thing, or there's some sort of a medical connection with you or your family. Something that sticks out, right? It's something that's pretty direct. It's either you or a close family member works in the medical field, yeah, or does something that's something healing toward others is kind of the way it's being phrased, right? Let's look at the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. All right, do we think this is going to be some more major arcana energy? I don't know. I don't think so. I think we need some other element. Maybe it'll be some earth. I think some earth energy would be good right now to help ground this, right? To help kind of, discharge some of this electricity. And, maybe the Ace of Swords. Maybe. Let's see. No, it is balance. Yes, but this is the one major arcana card that we don't already have on the table. And this is justice or adjustment. This is the balance. This is us being discerning. This is us, in the height of these spiritual experiences, it's easy to lose touch with the practical world, right? It's easy to become unglued. It's easy to become not grounded. So this is a card that's reminding us that we have to be balanced, that we are maybe experiencing this intense spiritual awakening now, but we still have responsibilities. We still have a body to take care of. We still got a job to go to. We still got things to do. We still got errands to run. We still got to tie our shoes, right? So this is really that balance that we need. We can have our head in the clouds, but we've got to have our feet firmly planted on the ground. Okay? And this is also that discernment, because I said before that there is a lot of psychic activity. You're getting a lot of messages right now. And it feels that they just keep coming in. It's like a telegraph wire that just keeps on going, right? we have to be able to filter some of that out. We have to be discerning in what messages we choose to kind of follow and which ones we just kind of save to look at later, you know. We have to prioritize. And we have to realize that Spirit is never going to send you a message that's going to encourage you to do anything that's going to be unhealthy either for yourself or others, right? And so we have to be discerning with these messages. We have to be able to judge the messages that are coming in and authenticate them. Okay? And we have to be rational, practical, feet on the ground kind of people as much as we have our head in the clouds and our spirit in the ether, you know? So I think this is the kind of confirmation that we need. This is the perfect message of maintain your composure, maintain your balance and your equilibrium. Yeah. We're going to do an extended reading. I'm going to catch my breath. There should be a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Pisces every Thursday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let me know how you're doing. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.